Hey, good morning. How's it going? Oh, I'm just gonna jump right in and continue the MSQ Stormblood. Hi, Ethan. Good morning. I feel like it's a morning where I make a lot of, like, old man noises type of morning. Copper nickel armlets of casting. I want that. Right then, Gyoto should be coming round soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? I guess that amounts to accepting a quest. I think you should do this. Quest accepted. Catfish face down on the couch. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride of my boot. Another ride on my boot. Some people would pay good money for that. No more boots, all my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu, every last detail. And if I find out later you lied to me? No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth, you have my word. Only the samurai did I meet? Only him. He asked after a ship. I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap as you did us, because you are an Imperial spy? No, I'm no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we've struggled to make ends meet. When the Garleans offered a bounty for any domans found in Kugane. Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go so quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Sekisegumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a minute, you mean to tell me the Ijin they arrested the other day was a Gosetsu? Oh, but had I known, if he was in custody of the Sekisegumi, I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. Yay, corruption! As it is in Ul'dah, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphano. Pragmatist. You are free to wait here while I speak to the relevant official, but if you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhaps it would be best if at least Ryugo and I joined you. Alright, but what about Kyoto? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Gosetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Sorban, perhaps it may be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything in order? Let us be off. The Sekisegumi barracks are to the north. Wait. Oh. To the Sekisegumi barracks, where they told us to go. I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Your quest is to wait on this bridge while I bribe someone. Is it really going to be as simple as he says? Do you think? Wait longer. Gee, a lot of time has passed. You think he's okay? You said it wouldn't take long, right? This feels like a bit long to me. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. As much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably like exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, bribery being no exception. I say we leave them to it, right, Ryugo? Waiting. Hello, sorry for bothering you. Your whole... Imagine being a bot that has to go around and post a message in chats, but, like, the message is too long, and it gets cut off. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Alright. Ban time. Oh yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, right, everything's fine. Probably, I mean. Couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen. We're still waiting.
How about you?
Oh yeah? What's that?
That was Kazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Victory to the samurai!
Yeah. Yeah, every time.
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
They're fucking sparring. Who's Hancock?
Kazetsu!
I'm serious, this music is so bizarre and they have to find another, like, tune for levity in like, situations with levity, because it sounds like I'm at the health spa.
Oh! This is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
Why are you screaming?
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
Did Hancock get arrested for trying to, like, bribe people?
'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one.
Hi, Navi.
And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations.
Hi, Navi.
Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
And we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
You already paid them, didn't you? What were you doing that whole time? Yeah, gimme. are these here? Am I out of room and legs? Might be out of room and legs. Out of room in the legs department. Black summer trunk. Cyan adventures bottoms. Weathered shepherd slops. Here, let me do something real quick. That mean though? Alright, I want to go to... I can't move something from armory chest to glam chest from here, can I? I have to like go to a hotel or something. Like a lot of stuff I don't want to get rid of, but I want to keep as like a glam. Maybe I'll return those to inventory for now. Summoner's Waste Clout. Hingashi. I love Hingashi, yeah. Oh gosh. I do feel like given how many different like classes and jobs there are in the game, it's almost like surprising how little inventory space you have for different outfits. But I guess you're encouraged to like save anything that's not the most optimal right now into a glam. It's just a maintenance thing that I have not worked into my routine yet. I haven't been to but Japan yet. Hokkaido Inn. This I will say this song that plays in the inn is one of the most comfy little tunes I've ever heard in like any game ever. Glamour dresser. Alright, what do we got? I gotta put some stuff in here. Summer trunks go in there. How do I store it in an armoire? Store as glamour, yep. I'm also like struggling with like, you know, maybe I have all these classes and jobs I'm not playing, but I have an outfit saved for all of them, and I want to keep the best one for that, but it seems like a lot of work to make sure you're not throwing away something that would be an upgrade to one of them. The limit on a glamour is one of the most infuriating holdovers from its old-ass engine. Oh, is that a issue with the engine? I have to keep all the Cyan Adventure stuff because Tataru made it. I have to make sure all the Cyan Adventure stuff is still there. Yokai, you cannot store the yokai watch as a glamour? It was so sad too, they gave me the yokai watch and they were like, we're gonna take this away later. You know that, right? God, it's just, I'm so scared to get rid of anything in case it's like a slight upgrade to a class I never use. Saving all the ethers for the final boss type of moment. WoW glamour is just a checklist. You're like, I'm wearing this armor, but I'm checking this box because this is the one I want to show. And it doesn't have to be like the convoluted kind of system here. I'm getting the hang of it now, but I do definitely feel like the glam system is a bit more complex and convoluted than it like needs to be. Filibuster's boots. The filibuster boots. The yokai watch can go in the armoire? Oh, it's just because its durability is off. You unlock it once but have the glam forever? Oh, cool. Well, they take away the item near the end of the event, right? So if you have the glam forever, then you should, save it in the armoire as a glam before the event ends, right? Because then you wouldn't be able to put it there. And you only get 20 plates, right? Like, after that, I have to start erasing them, or it's like, you know, go fuck yourself. I've basically been throwing any cosmetic set I get on a plate up to this point, but that might not fly in the future. But, you know, let's wear the thing Tataru made me for a bit. That's not it. I might have to come back for that one. Definitely not those. Not that one. It's definitely not what we're wearing right now. I like the convolution to an extent. I understand exactly why you're saying that. That is, as weird of a sentence as that is, I understand entirely. Lucian Prince, that's the Noctis, right? So I need the hands in the hands. I forgot to put the hands in the dresser. Save it for now. Gloves. Maybe there aren't gloves associated with this set. It's fine if not. I like this one, but I missed out on the gloves here too, I think, but just by accident. Yeah, where's the one? I need to have one that's obviously just the swim trunks, right? Because, you know, sometimes you gotta go swimming. No. Seasonal stuff can be put in the armoire forever, there's no limit. Just unlocking them is time limited. But you can't put something in the armoire if you don't have it in your inventory, right? So, adding it to the armoire preserves it as something you can wear, but you have a limited time to do that, right? Or do they just, like, if you've had it once, they just, like, throw it in there, like, you can add this to the armoire. Don't worry about it. It's not in your inventory, but whatever. Correct. Correct! Okay. Again, there's just so many little intricacies to how these systems work. I feel like I'm learning to fly an airplane. Like, that's how it feels to play this game to me sometimes. Which sounds like a complaint, but it's not, because flying an airplane's really cool. Well, they said the yokai watch is a limited time item, right? It does feel like an airplane to a degree. It's like learning to fly an airplane, except Square Enix isn't killing whistleblowers. Once more to the Ruby Sea. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we found a willing captain. Truly? What fortune? We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. Like, on one hand, it does feel like the inventory is small for an MMO, but then I'm realizing like how much of the shit in here I just really don't need. And even if I do, I could easily acquire it when I need it, like this random enemy meat. I want to hold on to the fishing tackle. With like random rocks. Like, inventory's just fucking filled with rocks. Iron ore. Sells for 1 gil, whatever. Sells for 1 gil, whatever. Raw lapis lazuli. If it wasn't a video game, I would put that in a jar in my bedroom that's like labeled cool rocks. But here, it goes in the trash. You have your retainers yet? Yes, I do have retainers. I do know I can give them things. Rakuza District. But then I'm worried about the same problem, just on a bigger scale, right? Like, now my retainers are holding a bunch of cool rocks that I'm never gonna use. Greetings, honored sir. Do you want to enter the Ruby Bazaar offices? I'm really paranoid about it because the one time I let my inventory fill up was the one time I did an extreme raid with a friend, and it was the one time it's like ever dropped a rare mount for me and I couldn't get it because my inventory was full, and now I'm super paranoid. Thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I'm the very picture of health. Help. You vile fiend, malevolent trickster, how kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly I would return to you in your coin had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? Has retainers, has them hold a bag of cool rocks. For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve the chances of finding Lord Hine. Lord Hine? Forgive me, I've yet to explain. Lord Hine is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. He was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, but when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized your opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Vinos led his army into your land. Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12, we had no chance. I almost said the Zith. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war. Then one day, in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. I'm saying Hien like it's German. Hien. Thank you, I believe that makes a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to the aid. We are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Othard. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangxia, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphina's talents would seem better applied here in Kugane, working closely with Tartaro and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There's a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak? Come now, brother, even a competent commander assigns his soldiers the task best suited to them, as you of all people should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. For we must all serve, each in our own way. Is he quoting Suave Louis? Very well. It would seem my place is here. Soroban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. Go to the pier. Ferry skipper. Falcon porter? What does that mean? I thought instead of chocobo they have falcon porter here. That's just a real ass bird, what? It's huge. I have been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. If you insist, with me, everyone, the Ruby Sea awaits. Othard. Oh, excuse me. The Ruby Sea.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Whoa. Whoa! It keeps going!
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever.
Listen to the music.
But beyond that,
I love the ocean mushrooms.
land in turmoil. On the the shores of Othar, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
So are they gonna, like, explain the precipitously tall Jacob's Elevator Jenga Tower thing? The side content you should run before Endwalker. Is there, like, specific stuff that's not required, but, like, should be, type of thing? How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventures and treasures, many wonderful treasures. It's the raid series for each expansion. Gotcha. The only one that, like, they explicitly requires the Crystal Tower, but, like, there's the other ones are, like, highly recommended. Yeah, they'll get to that. I really, like, that is, quite notable. I don't even think I'm seeing the top of it. I think it's just, like, the rendering doesn't reach up high enough. It's going through the skybox. In order to see the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Teeth... I never know to pronounce this word. Teeth. Pronunciation. The Ruby... Tithe. Tithe? Really? Okay. The Ruby Tithe. Let us go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. Got a Naruto run over the water. It doesn't look very far to me, Rugo. Why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the Isle. Oh, literally, like, they're like, go swim. Alright. Here, put me in the cannon and shoot me over there. Is it, like, really called Naruto running? Like, was that not a thing before Naruto? I've always been assuming that Naruto just, like, popularized that, but didn't create it, but I don't know. I don't think I've seen it before. There are 2 raid series per expansion, a trial series, which is a series of bosses, and an alliance raid that is equivalent to Crystal Tower. The Coil was a Realm Reborn raid series, right? Are the trial series like a boss rush of the bosses you fight in the MSQ, or are they just totally separate bosses? This should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gil says I beat you there. I would really like to go to the ocean right now. They are completely unique bosses and storylines, gotcha. It's still Sonic's Thunder, but Naruto had every character do it. Sonic does do that, doesn't he? Has he always done that? Sonic running sprite. Yeah, it looks like Sonic's always done it. Wait, Sonic 1 running sprite. Not so much in Sonic 1. I don't know when it started. You're in the ad dimension. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Buy Mentos. They don't exactly tie into it, but there's still significant character development. Look at this cute, adorable bombfish. He's quivering. Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Oni Yumeni. Oni Yumemi. Yumemi. Sonic CD entry. I need you to write like a report, a source 5-page MLA formatted report on like the origins of Naruto running. A ton of production value. Where do I see Kefka? I want to know where I'm gonna find Kefka. I want to see the Mad Clown. I'll have it on my front desk tomorrow in triplicate, with works cited attached, hanging indent. I fear you have the advantage of me. I like this guy's getup. I like his plum. Most honorable and esteemed Ryugo Hashigi, I'm Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. You are in the company of the Shellback. I presume we have business to discuss. You wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes? With your guild, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Thank you. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? Kefka. The Bloodstorm raid series might interest you. Quick little check over to the Final Fantasy wiki, huh? I mean, there's like a lot of nods to a lot of different Final Fantasy games here, obviously. I do feel like maybe 6 has like a disproportional amount, especially like in the Realm Reborn stuff. But also 6 is like one of the more well-known and well-regarded games in the series, so I feel like that makes sense. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you come from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters, and our custom, and the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. This fucker is the first NPC to have my World of Light's haircut. Warrior of Light, fucking World of Light. Meaning? The haircut I started with, there was a guy in, I want to say Edelshire, or like somewhere in Dravinia, who had it. Sir, you've got to come quickly, the bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Yeah, I think 6 matches the aesthetic of this game more too, because this game, but like 6 and this game are both like kind of, I'd say like 60% fantasy magic and 40% sci-fi, whereas like 9 is like 95% fantasy and 5% sci-fi, and 12 is like the exact inverse of that. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrade strikes me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men name a cat before Koban. I would not hear men name me a cat before Koban, so I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what they expect they will do. I don't know what that expression means. I'm not sure what to make of that man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. Maybe we ought to go and have a look. to shatter my shins. Seriously, what the hell? No one's talking about it. Like, every character should have shown up here and been like, what the hell is that? We're not leaving until someone answers what the hell that is. This is like an elephant in the room type of moment. Is that the only one? I think so. Gasame. A fish floating above the water. What? What? Not the bad turtle, the bad turtles.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
This guy talks really bizarrely.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Hey, my feet aren't that bad. So the evil turtles are aligned with the Garleans.
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
You wish his voice was so muffled from the helmet you couldn't even understand him. Like that. What's that? Fire upon the Garlean Empire? I like all the, like, knee-high water in the area.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
I think, if I remember right, the first Xenoblade game did that, where like a character was like in a suit of armor or like wearing something like a big helmet. It was muffled so loudly that like, it was muffled so much that you could sometimes barely make out what they were saying.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own.
No, don't do it.
Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
I will say his robe looks like pretty good, like, silk to just, like, be soaking in salt water constantly.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds!
Perfidy.
She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
Sup, Gosetsu? What are we waiting for? Come, come, Soroban could not have gone far. Though now that I think about it... Now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren? I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. My fucking fledgling dodo is drowning right now. Who else can I make drown? Mobile seedling is drowning. You fly, you're fine. Why is it like rotating between two? Red bean. You know, it's been a while since pink bean. Sure. I like the Hell's Lid. I like the constant sunset in this area. This may be like a bizarre reach, but this area gives me the same vibes as Sirena Beach from Super Mario Sunshine. But specifically when you're outside the hotel. Like, it's cool and cozy, but also something feels a little off. Like, something's, like, lurking beneath the surface type of feeling. I'm gonna eat that. Hellborn Anala. Triple cream coffee. Yum. I'm getting like the weirdest urge to play like a Castlevania game soon. I don't know what's bringing it on. Maybe I want to finally play Bloodstained. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. If you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company. But by my brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often our shell is quick to judge, all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tansui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. Bloodstained is good. Yeah, I did start it at one point and I liked it, I just never finished it. I played both of the Curse of the Moon games and I like those a lot. It was like a little rough around the edges, but it felt really fun and well put together. The wonderful position of having so many to still go through. What's your, like, priority right now with Metroidvanias? Yuki leather patterns. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. That reminds me, Rugo, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less like we are to be mistaken by another vessel for their comrades. Or another vessel by their comrades. What is it called when I am constantly mixing up words in a sentence? Like, all the time. It's not like letters in a word, so I don't think... It's not like dyslexia, I don't think. But, like, I'll take a sentence and my brain is just rearranging the words. What is that? I never realized how much it affected me until I started reading all this out loud. You have a little bit more left of Dread. I have both Axiom bridges to go through, and you should probably finish Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, good. I can't... Oh, Dread is very good, too. Dread is a very difficult final boss sequence, in my opinion. I've never played Axiom Verge, but that's also on my list. At least the first one. I actually didn't realize there was a second one. So you're one of the Ijin from the beach, leaving us already? No need to pay the tithe, like Tansui said. On the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything to your liking, we'd be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. Prime Remaster. Prime Remaster, yeah, it's actually a pretty good remaster. There's a couple of lighting effects that aren't as good as the GameCube version, but for the most part, it's a pretty good remaster. I'd say it's worth someone's money, especially if they hadn't played Prime. I hope they remaster 2 and 3 actually, because I think those need it more than 1. 1 was already like timeless to me, kind of. 2 and 3 could use a little bit more polishing. You've spoken with the Confederates up above? Excellent. If you were ready to depart, we may do so at any time. All aboard. I'm kind of surprised they haven't put out Prime 2 and 3 Remaster yet, because I was expecting the plan was that they were going to put those out on the Switch to hold people over for Prime 4, and then launch Prime 4 with whatever the next console is. At this point, I don't think it's coming out for the Switch. If it is coming out for the Switch, it's like gonna be a Breath of the Wild situation, where it's gonna be like that and the new thing at the same time. Let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. You've played like 80% of Prime, skipped 2, then 100% of 3. That is actually bizarre. Prime 3 is a good game, but like, I think 1 and 2, it's like, 1 and 2 are in a different league than Prime 3 in my opinion. Prime 3 had some like really cool additions to the lore and like some good boss fights with the other like hunters. But I think the exploration and the music and the design weren't as cool. Kid Brain works in mysterious ways, yeah. Although the Prime 3 had that like city in the sky area with the hooks and the grappling, and that was really cool. Prime 2 is actually my favorite. It's got a few problems, but I think I like it the most. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe we've fulfilled the terms of our agreement? Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Sorbonne. Truly, we were blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. So we finally arrived in Othard. All we need to do now is, liberate Doma. Easy. The wrecked Phazon ship level. That is ringing a bell, but I'm not recalling it immediately. Let me look it up. Prime 3 wrecked ship. Abandoned ship. The GFS Valhalla. Oh yeah, okay, I remember that level. Yeah. Look, daunting though it is, we have one thing to do in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Garabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. It's like a square knot. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze. I think, Nintendo's kind of, it feels like they know in like 5 to 10 years, at the latest, people are going to be expecting GameCube games to be available as part of Switch Online. So they're going through now and like doing remakes and remasters of all the ones that they like think they can turn around like that before they do that. With the 1000-Year Door remake in particular. I expect more of that.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes has become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Dramatic close-up. This guy! How is he still alive? This guy's like a meme.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
Yotsuyu.
Herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
How is he not dead? I guess he got demoted, right?
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink.
I love this trope of character. It's like her and Cruella de Vil and the director lady from the first Ace Attorney game, like that type of character.
Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
Cruel, cold, distant woman with, like, the smoking rod. I don't know what that's called.
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should.
Why is everyone wearing, like, khaki shorts?
Residents of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane. But we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say?
Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word.
Oh boy.
Prove it. Shoot him. Shoot the traitor.
Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
Very cool deduction.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
The magic bullet that leaves no hole.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
She's even got the mole. The like, I'm evil mole.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me
My
to...
Yeah. Just shoot her. Oh. Oh, he was too slow. He hesitated.
We will show them no mercy.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villages is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our
Wider
presence here,
picture.
making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
What the fuck was that Ace Attorney character's name? It was like
Open your eyes, girl.
Esme Slaughter?
Suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness.
Esme Slaughter. That can't be right. That's like a series of unfortunate events character. Ace Attorney Director lady. Director. No, not fucking Shu Takumi. No, okay, not the director, the producer. Global Studios. Current staff, former staff. D. Vasquez, right, D. Vasquez. Okay. That's who I'm thinking of.
I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plan.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on wider picture, but I didn't. But it definitely felt like they didn't want to say the big picture or whatever, because it's sort of like a trite statement, I guess, but like they still wanted to say it.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand.
Like, instead of thinking outside the box, you say, like, contemplate beyond the bounds of the cube.
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others.
Oh,
If
Kami.
it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
Contemplate beyond the bounds of the cube.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go.
The wall.
Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle.
Dylan, are you there? Are you, like, just busy with work right now?
Now, leave this place. I must go.
It says you're an active mod and you redeemed first, but it's unusual for you to, like, not chat, really. So I'm just curious. I'm expecting no response, which would be my answer. We're really close to that now.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
The tavern. There are 11,000 of you here right now. Tap the screen. What are you referencing? I don't know that. Is that like a Germa thing? Like if everyone taps the screen, then one of you is gonna finally break through. As much as I hate it as much as you. Maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we needed to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? Finally, we're going to talk about the tower. For want of a better idea, I say that we do just that while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Listen, I have the perfect plan to defeat the Empire, and it's... We calculate exactly what direction the Emperor is at this moment and like where he sleeps, and then we just make the tower fall in that direction. And if it's like a perfect line, we'll crush him. Tap the screen! Taste and go. I like copy pasted the thing you said into Google to figure out what you're referencing, and I'm coming up completely dry. So I can only imagine that that's an original. It's a... Sorry to link to a TikTok. It's not letting the TikTok be linked. It's actually not giving me the message, it won't even show what it, like... Hold on, let me look at my settings real quick. See if I can... If I have an option about allowing people to post. Moderation... block hyperlinks. I'm gonna allow hyperlinks for now, because I feel like I've never gotten like fucking a bad one posted so far. The second I do though, I turn that back on. But yeah, go ahead and post it. It should work now. What is that tower anyway? Oh my, thank you. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna watch this. Why is he sweating so much? What? Is it one of those, like, they respond robotically to everything you do type of TikTok streams, but he, like, lost it cool for a moment because 11,000 people were watching and no one was, like, subscribing or whatever, or following? Oh god, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha No. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, you are doubtless already aware. Over there. Do you see it? Do you see it? He's a Miles Morales NPC. Doesn't look like it's been dead long. The NPC streamer thing is maybe the most I cannot wrap my head around it thing ever. It totally just baffles me. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Wider picture. That wasn't either of you two, was it? Who shot this beast? Dylan is here now. Yeah, I thought the first time I saw one of those, I thought it was like a joke, and then I learned it wasn't a joke, and I was like, oh. Oh, you mean there's like thousands of these, and people are like watching, like, and they just do, I don't know. The NPC streamer thing is like literally jangling keys. It is like very literally dangling keys to me. They can't possibly understand us. Well, actually, it might even be worse, because dangling keys, at least, there's going to be some variation. It's going to be a bit more chaotic. Like, the whole point is it's so totally consistent. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Rugo. Why are we being aggressed by these, like, goblin walruses? I guess I'll fight them. We have no choice but to kill them, it seems. I feel like maybe it's one of those things where, like, yeah, the people are like, oh yeah, I'm watching an NPC stream, but I'm like doing it ironically. I don't actually enjoy this. Meanwhile, they're very much enjoying it. I'm just gonna eat that pizza. It's like how we've all come to, like, unironically enjoy the shitty child slop, like the SEO garbage, Finger Family YouTube shit, but, like, only ironically, so it's other people watching it that we watch. But they're enjoying it too, but secretly because they're streaming it. I don't know, sometimes people say we live like in a post-irony world now. Like post-2014 Tumblr is a post-irony world, but I don't know. I think the water's too murky. I think we're unable to distinguish what irony even is. I think determining whether we genuinely enjoy something intrinsically or not is almost impossible now. Do I actually like this content, or do I just think I like it? Oh, I guess that one didn't have to die. That one did, though. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people of the tower know how to defend themselves. We'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now, all we need to do is convince them to help us. Are there, like, people in it? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it was, like, a habitable structure. I thought it was, like, Lincoln Logs. Daimyo Yumemi. Daimyo. The Gyuki is aggressive. Like, people already react predictably enough to everything. Why do you need to, like, focus in on that? I say, like, the same shit every time I play this game. But I'm not making a point of it, right? And I think we all do that. We all fall into patterns. Confederate sentry. These. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've got their own aetherite. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It's when we met with Tansui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. You can tell when my, like, meds kick in because I start talking about this shit. These booties do not go with that outfit. Eastern Bow? Oh yes, please. Confederate consternation. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, maybe even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. Self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. Sucker. Well, at least I can rub their crystal. I think. Imagine presenting me with an aetherite that I couldn't rub. That'd be an evil thing to do. What winds bring you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Othard's shores? I see, I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? Then what do you want, a second opinion? Very well, come with me, I will take you to the captain. Rusho. Just like that, an audience with their leader? How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people, and this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting my friend showed me in Revenant's Toll. Meat spin. I'm gonna point the wrong way, won't I? No, I pointed the right way, but it was too late. Eastern Bow. Ethan, have you watched Shogun? I feel like you'd like Shogun. Lamau? What is Shogun on? Hulu. 10 episodes just wrapped up. Very good. You don't like Hulu. I don't like any of these things, but we still have to use them if we want content. Either that or I get another letter from, like, my ISP saying, how fucking dare you torrent this honeypot. How dare you fucking download Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Paramount's gonna shit their pants. Greetings, you must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy. And so on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Eastern etiquette already. The actual real-life British guy who landed in Japan. Yeah, I mean, it's based off a book, and all the characters in the book are based off of real people and real-life events, but it's like obviously a fictionalized version of everything that happened and kind of throws together a few different historical events that didn't really have that much confluence on each other. It's very cool to see, like, Portuguese clergymen in, like, 15th century Japan, though. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Rasho. We found the Rasho-man. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. They've got the exact same pattern on their outfit, they're just dyed different. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Izari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes, with guile and preparation you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything that we have come to achieve. You've told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? 5 guys. Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality, if you would excuse us. Hey Ryugo, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad we're of the same mind. 'Tis little wonder they refused. We have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Go talk to townsfolk. What do they want? You know, the common people. Who are these guys? Why are they tied up next to this boat? Very good song. Stacked crate. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. like this area. Kristen gave me a bonsai for my birthday last year. Which, my birthday is in November, so it was not the time of year to repot it and, like, trim it and care for it, so it was just a little tree in a pot. But it is now the time of year to repot it and, like, actually trim it. And I went yesterday and got all the tools for that, and I'm very excited. Taking an interest in the ship? Good eye, she's not much to look at now, but once upon a time, she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of small ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones like this Sekebune only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently. What with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around, if it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? It's a Schlafera plant, which is a tropical variety. Apparently it's good for beginners because it's quite hardy and will grow back fast if you, like, fuck it up. The older I get, the more I want to be like a plant guy. Insane how much this game makes me want to say, oh boy, I can't wait when X thing happens later. And then just blatantly spill a thing. Arm and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Does that volcano over there blow? There's an evil shade in the back of your mind. Oh boy, I can't wait for character you love to die. Plant's good. I got a Venus flytrap yesterday too. I don't know how that's gonna go, but could be cool. Alice. Had a good look around, just need to wait for lease. Like, I planted 3 trees in our front yard last year and I'm shocked at how fast they grow. Like, it's so slow, but it's also so fast. It's extremely satisfying. Sorry to keep you waiting, I want to talk to as many people as I could. Just, it's as Tansui said, they have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu. I don't know if the two of you, oop, I accidentally turned the volume off. I don't know if the two of you got a different impression. I think the situation is coming to a head. You have to actually, like, feed it, yes! You have to feed it mealworms. Like it's a lizard or something. So I have, like, a bag of dried mealworms and some tongs, and then you just kind of wiggle the mealworms in the, like, the quote-unquote mouth until it, like, clamps down on it. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and they blame the Impules for their recent troubles. I'm hoping I don't kill it because, I don't know, it seems like a very fun, cool plant, and it's like... It blew my mind when I found out that, like, Venus flytraps were endemic to, like, coastal North Carolina, and that's the only place in the world. Like, I always thought as a kid they were, like, from Brazil or something, like the Amazon. It's obvious that they're struggling to survive and that they're blaming the Impules for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it's inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk and that we can be valuable allies in the fight. What better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Time to ingratiate ourselves with the population again. You said the word ingratiate a few days ago, and I'm, like, actively trying to knead that into my lexicon. I really like the word ingratiate. It's not mockingly, it's like I really want to actually use that more. it wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that, and you know it won't be the last. Be looking around the eastern end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. See, I did it again. I said eastern when she said western, and then when I got to the word east, I got confused. Why am I like that? Just give me materia, whatever. You learned Eastern Bow. Emotes. Just go around an Eastern Bow to everyone. Like fucking... Jika. The arrows of misfortune. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I've got a job for you, Westerner, if you were courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Gyuki, feathered with arrows. What if you go and retrieve those, which may still be of use? While you are about it, I'd be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you would need a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast is young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. You can go get a Venus flytrap at like Lowe's for $10. They're insanely cheap, actually. I was shocked. It's not an expensive buy. Aranami. You there. Ah, you. Have you seen a bumbling cloud of an Ara? Yeah, you're looking at him. A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to do first. Better than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Uthard, Hingashi, Girabanya. There's so many areas being unlocked, like new areas. I guess we're traveling, right? They're all like these areas are huge from the main game with like lots of places to go to, but all the DLC expansion areas are smaller, but there's like a lot of variety. Should have grabbed that one while I was up there. Ingratiate. Afumi. More focused for sure. The solace of the sea. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from a far-flung shore? Listen, I have a task of you. First, go to Okomo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then, to Quisgate Pier in the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. I mean, I do like it. Again, I'm always afraid that just like when I make some observation, it's gonna be taken as an insult, right? I feel like that's a worry of mine, and it never actually happens. So I'm often like trying to clarify that I'm not trying to be like insulting of something just by making an observation. come at the behest of Afumi for medicine? My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful, the lot of this Doman unable to approach the sea. A true Confederate could raise a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhaps this should return whence he came. While in his cups, does that mean like he's drunk? If I sent you a semi-ARG step on Discord, would you let me know if you can guess what the next step would be? I can try. Like, it's one you're designing and you kind of want to know if it's like perceived the right way or deducible. I could try. Ow! That Yuki is strong. I don't think fates in this area give me yokai. I think it's only Heaven's Word in base game. Do you want me to like look at it like now, or is it something I should do later? Ugh, why does it shift and shudder still? Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I'm able. I feel like, as a kid, I did things that made me, like, more resistant to, like, car sickness and seasickness than, like, I should otherwise be. Because I would just, like, go in the kitchen and, like, spin for prolonged periods of time and try to not be dizzy. It is there. I'll take a quick look. I will take a quick look. This is great. Okay, I need to open this in browser. I need to see this bigger. It seems to have woken up. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you on this just because there's a lot here to appreciate, and I don't want to stare at it for too long right now. But this is great. But I'll get back to you on this like in a little bit. Whether I like fully like did it now or not was kind of gonna depend on the scale of it. And there's a lot to appreciate there. Do I know who the intended audience is? I'm assuming to some degree, yes. Training. I was about to say I did too, but then you dropped the spin training and I had to back down. What were you gonna say? I wanna know what your training was. I would just spin. I would spin for as long as possible. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first after all. The captain was once of Doma, though we cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his friends and brothers. Perhaps you will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Powering through on long car rides. Okay, so, here's the thing. Here's a little story. The elementary school I went to was torn down and rebuilt in my 2nd grade year. During the 2nd grade year, they had us have elementary school in a newly constructed middle school that was not being used yet. It was a middle school, but it was being used for elementary school. Unrelated, but that middle school ended up being my middle school, so my 2nd grade classroom was also my 7th grade English classroom, which was very bizarre. And quantumly entangled many weird memories in my brain. But that's not the point. The point is, it was a middle school being used for elementary schoolers. Elementary schoolers have a robust recess built into their day. Middle schoolers don't. So, when they took us out for recess that year, they took us into an empty field and just, like, let us go wild, basically. I had a friend in 2nd grade who... we had nothing to do. He just kept asking me to play Bowser with him. We just did this over and over again. He would ask me to play Bowser with him, and then I would do it to him every day. And what playing Bowser meant was... like in Super Mario 64, when Mario takes Bowser and spins him really far into a bomb, I would take this kid's arm and just spin him in circles really fast, and then let go and, like, make him fall to the ground. And we would do this for, like, 30 to 40 minutes at a time, because there was nothing else to do out there. The only other thing you could do on that playground was, like, go catch frogs, but then the teachers would tell you, stop catching frogs. You ask about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. I'll wait longer. So long, Gay Bowser. You cast about... he's still not here. Yeah. I really don't know what they expected us to do. I feel like they could have, like, at least for 1 year set up, like, a slide or something. The child brain truly is trying to extract as much dopamine as possible from nothing. I'm still trying to do that, but I have less energy to do so. Would it say, oh, rocks to the west or something?
Who are you?
You do not look like a man of the Confederacy. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I, with words she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home now and ever after. But those sent thither, our burdened hearts may drift back. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrade, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Ingratiate. That was actually one of the ones I never did. The little ninja running on the wires and stuff. Apparently that was pretty universal, but I didn't do that one actually. My theory behind not doing that one is that, I think my eyesight was too bad to really, like, see power lines and stuff from the car clearly enough to have something run alongside it. And this, like, the age people were doing that was, like, the age before I was diagnosed with, like, myopia. And before I knew I had bad eyesight, right? Before they were making me, like, look at a whiteboard or a chalkboard in the classroom. What did I do? I did something like that, though. I did something similar. I did, like, weird things with trying to observe things moving faster, closer to me, like parallax effects. I tried to, like, do weird stuff with parallax effects, and I can't really describe what I mean by that. I, like, looked at, like, a 90-degree angle right out of the car and was, like, trying to separate the layers, if that makes sense. Because, like, I couldn't discern the objects, but I could, like, get a sense of how far away they were by how fast they were moving or not fast they were moving. What of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch at the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Please accept this experience points. I need to eat more ice cream. I'm not getting my extra 3% right now. Bacon bread. I feel like I just always want to have my chocobo out. Hashika. Bankai. Bankai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is like a very bizarre title for a game to me. I don't know why, like, it's not, like, objectively that much more absurd than most other game titles, but I don't know, it just sounds like fake. I don't know anything about the game, I just know it's, like, related to Genshin Impact in some way. Or made by the same people or something. It's like Scrimblow gravity transport. The Gyuki carcass. The mother Gyuki. Back in an hour or so. Have a good lunch. I'll probably still be on then. Probably. I recovered the arrows. What's the Honkai and Honkai Star Rail? More like Star Whale. I actually don't know what Honkai means. What does Honkai mean? Honkai is energy. Thai word meaning? It means, in Chinese, it means collapse or deteriorate. Developed by MiHoYo. MiHoYo. Dude, every time I see MiHoYo, like the Genshin Impact developers, I think of Doodle Bob. MiHoy nahoy! You've always been away for some time, perhaps in search of the young Yuki corpse? Here's your meat and your arrows. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. That I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. A pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Yuki's game, but you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that much we take solace. Wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Yuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter, thank you again for your aid. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it, lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks who've been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So often I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as well. I'll not be needing them. Oh, maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Oh, I gotta grab the sun-ripened chum. Ripened. Nasty. I wanna just look at the world map real quick. Okay, Doma. So Othard is the continent, Doma is the country. Understood. Onokoro. Onokoro. The shark is aggressive. Where's the other shark bait ooh-ha-ha spot? Oh, back out there. I went the wrong way. Sharp shell of the red. Fucking Donatello-ass guy. Mummy be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before the Kojian started chasing us, the leader asked us if we were Domin. They're Yotsuyu's catchers, I know it. First Izari and others. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Nice. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression than when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. Koshi mercenaries rounding up Domin Confederates? Surely Otsuyu has crossed the line now. Must go and speak with Rasho immediately, even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least I would like to think that he cannot.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire.
Empire.
I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this.
But yes, it does follow in our wake.
They came and took our Domin brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
Nope, not at all. Might get our silk robes dirty.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive that.
She sounds so pissed off.
The question being, do you trust me?
Do you even need to ask?
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought.
What are you doing?
You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Doma, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
Oh? Turtle?
What, the three of you, just like that?
I count for 5.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The stones. Gintama.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Okay, we're gonna go flip turtles, huh? That's cool. I want to be friends with the turtles. And I will take these wonderful ruby cotton fingerless gloves of casting. Just go ahead and let's put those on right now. Andadasi. So you alone will deal with the Kojin. If you set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. 2 factions of the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the red. Those who belong to the blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the blue on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave, the rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We will endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Where was it Lise? We cannot leave without her. Where is Lise? Bring me Lise! Let me warn you. There are 2 varieties of sneeches on these beaches. Those with stars and those without. The ones with the stars are allied with the Garleans. The sneeches with bare chests are the traitors. She's all the way at the end of the pier. So what's under the sea? I didn't mean to wander off, I just wanted to have a think. Have a think. I think, Sesh, you're worried we won't be able to live up to our promise. It's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Yida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always had hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think that I don't. What am I even doing here? Please, you. God, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save, and we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we traveled to Girabanya, I was in Limsa Limensa visiting a friend. A young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back I passed a patisserie, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I'd ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one, when all this is over. Drugo too. And I won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright, Y'shtola too, when she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. Lise was not feeling good. Alise was like, what about tasty treat though? If you're good, I'll get you a tart. We are away to Becco. Do mounts swim? No, they do not. Worth a shot. Oh, I need to attune to that crystal over there. Nope, I can get up that over there. The fringes, the peaks, and the ruby sea. Fringes, that's where I am now. What's the peaks again? Alagana, okay. More Girabanya stuff. You know, it says I'm right under the crystal. And yet... Is it down there? Is that what they meant by under the sea? Well, regardless. Oh, that must be where the Kojin are down there. I see some lights. But regardless, it's telling me to go here first, so... Crab. What fate? I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest, it looks the same to me as many other islands around here. Rasha said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Oh, Aether current. Yoink. Ah, cool. I love sea caves.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Yeah, I like that. Under the sea.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Greetings!
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Ball of water. Tamamizu. How fortunate we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about our situation. If anyone can help us, it's him. Oh, BRB, I'm starting to get peckish.